Well, it all comes down to this. Reykjavik United with a chance to defend their title here today on match day 14 of 14. Hello, everyone. I am Metafiction, and as I say, Reykjavik currently with a 2-point advantage on their closest title rivals, SFV, Schwarzwälder FV. It's going to take a bit of doing for SFV to claim the title for their own, but it is not outside the realm of possibility. In order to confirm their title defense, Reykjavik will have to win on the road against CF Catalunya. And while Catalunya are probably favored to lose this match, they're always a tough out at home. Could be a very exciting set of matches. SFV, for their part, if Reykjavik do lose, a draw probably for Reykjavik would still confirm their title. But if Reykjavik do lose, SFV would then have to defeat União Sao Paulo again away in order to win the title for themselves. It will be a very fascinating title finale here in match day 14. And we jump right into it here in Barcelona. Catalunya with their 4-1-1-3-1. Poggio playing a little further inside rather than the traditional winger. And Reykjavik United with that tried and tested offset 4-2-3-1. As always, Del Pirlo playing just off the shoulder of Jean-Claude Goddamn. There you see again, 2 points back to Schwarzwälder, 3 points back to AC Romana, who will be in action later today. Probably not realistic in title tenders Romana, but you never know what could happen in the SSL. We are underway here in Catalunya as Delos sends in the free kick, and the ball goes off the bar. A very early chance there for Catalunya. And as I say, Catalunya, anything but an easy out at home. Could that be a warning shot for Reykjavik United? A bit of a message to not take them for granted. Time will tell. For the moment, it's Kamanova who chips it over the top. Poggio heads it down for De Ali. And De Ali was so close to the opener there. Whistled just past the base of the post. And another really good chance for Catalunya goes wide. Reykjavik now coming forward. Here's Tentacles with the cross. Found Henry Andrews! They had one mission at the top of the day, and they are setting to it. Look at this delivery from Tentacles. It's well placed, and Andrews able to get above Kamanova for that decisive header. And Reykjavik United with a 1-0 lead here in the first half. SFV will be watching this ahead of their match later today with some nerve now. A draw would still leave an opening for SFV, albeit a small one, but a win would end the race here. Here's Chicken laying it off for Andrews. Andrews sends it back inside. It's one away, and Poggio sends it up the field. Daly, though, dispossessed, and Scarpetta back with it. Reykjavik also have the chance to do the double later in this season. In fact, on Sunday, as you say this, as Tentacles heads it in for Jean-Claude Goddamn, if it stands. Well, Goddamn caught offside so often. Will he be this time? He is. He's offside. And how decisive will that be? It's not far offside for Jean-Claude Goddamn, but the goal will come off the board. Another chance for Reykjavik. Andrews sends it in. Headed down. Del Pirlo! Del Pirlo so lethal from that range, but this time it goes over the bar. As I was saying earlier, Reykjavik with a chance on Sunday to do the double, to win their first cup since moving to Iceland. But to do it, they will have to take down their familiar foes, SFV, who will be in that final as well, regardless of today's outcome. In fact, either team, depending on who wins the league, could have the chance to do the double here. But that is for Sunday. For right now, Catalunya are coming forward, and Chicken able to get the foot in. Ball settles with Reykjavik, and now here comes Tentacles, cutting inside. Ramirez, now Chicken. Over to Tentacles. Tentacles with the first-time cross, and goddamn was making a dangerous run there. Tentacles still with it. And that one's scuffed over by Arisov. And that will be the end of the first half. As it stands, Reykjavik United are doing enough to secure the league title once again as Chicken sends in the free kick. We have started the second half rather. Q-Man heading it clear, Poggio heading it on. Does fall to Urkel, however. Tentacles on the near wing. Crosses. Jean-Claude, goddamn! And this time, VAR looking at it again. Well, he's already had one chalked off. Does he get to keep this one? Yes, he does. As I said before, goddamn caught offside so often this season and in previous seasons, but this time, the finish does take a bit of a deflection off of Hugh Mann, the central defender, but it ends up in the net nonetheless. And there, well onside, is Jean-Claude Goddamn. And an insurance goal for Reykjavik. That goal could very well have just decided this title race. 30 minutes to play, 30 minutes for Reykjavik to claim another major division title. Catalunya had kept it close in the first half, despite conceding the goal on 18 minutes. But Reykjavik have well and truly pulled away here in the second half, manufacturing much more chances, much better chances as well, as Andrews sends in the corner kick, and that one's headed just wide. I believe that was Hola Diver. SFV fans probably not liking what they're seeing right now as this ball goes over the top for Del Pirlo, and Del Pirlo gets it wrong again. Well, I don't think Del Pirlo will have to rue that chance too much. Billy Deali crosses. Scarpetta heading it clear. Human mishandles it, and Andrews with it. Now Del Pirlo. Work out to the opposite wing for Tentacles. Del Pirlo. Del Pirlo shoots, and that time it was tipped over. Visgrapo saving a third goal. Really would have been more insult to injury at this point, but Andrews sends in the corner, and that one headed over. Well, time is short, and it looks more and more with every passing second that Reykjavik United will once again be your SSL Major Division champions. Unless Catalunya have the mother of all comebacks scored, this match might be about to be over. Tentacles. Poggio gets the foot, and the referee has given a penalty. VAR going to look at it, but speaking of insult to injury, this might be it. No penalty given. We will, however, have a corner kick, which Andrews sprinted over to take, despite already being 2-0 up, the title in hand. You'll love to see it. Andrews sent in the corner, and it looked like the diver put in the header. Visgrapo parried it behind for another corner kick. This time it will be Furious Chicken to take. We have entered added time. Andrews from long range, off of a defender. Delo coming forward now. It's almost certainly too little too late for Catalunya. And that is it. Once again, Reykjavik United are your Season 17 Simulation Soccer League Major Division champions. It wasn't always comfortable, but in the end, they proved to be the best team in the SSL Major Division over 14 match days. And finally, on the very last of those match days, they hoist another league trophy aloft. And you can't argue it's not well deserved. They were pushed for most of the season by various contenders: SFV, Tokyo, AC Romana. But in the end, they've once again come out victorious. A 2-0 victory for Reykjavik to confirm that they repeat as league champions. And it has to be said, an excellent performance, especially in the second half for Reykjavik. Henry Andrews opened the scoring on 18 minutes after a couple of really good chances from Catalunya. And then Jean-Claude Goddam, right after halftime, putting the match away for good. A solid effort from Reykjavik, both in this match and throughout the season. And they are rightly celebrated as champions. So there you have it, Reykjavik, your Season 17 Majors champions. The rest of these matches, well, I would say they're a bit of a formality, but really, they're more about determining draft order for the upcoming SSL Prospect Draft coming up here in a little over a week, I believe. So these matches certainly not meaningless. And even besides draft position, there's certainly an element of pride, something that I would imagine Hollywood FC and Buenos Aires would really like to have. It's been a very disappointing Hollywood season, I have to say. A lot of people had them tipped as potential dark horse title contenders. Instead, they've more or less been mid-table pretty much the entire season. Still, as always, with this team, the future looking very bright. A lot of young stars populating the Hollywood Capstad organization will be looking to continue to build for the future. In the meantime, Buenos Aires, the defending Cup champions, will not be defending that title this season, having already been eliminated in an earlier round. And there you see confirmation, the C next to the name, that's the telltale sign. Reykjavik United are your champions. Still, we have 3 more matches to play today, and with any luck, they'll be just as entertaining, if not more so. Buenos Aires have gotten us started here at the pitch in Hollywood, California. Immediately up that left wing, Harrison and Gankal. Gankal winning the ball off of McGrain and sending it back to the back line. Brooks cuts it back, and Martel not quite getting it on target. Of course, I say this match is for pride and for draft position, but it's also a chance to impress the regional managers for the upcoming World Simulation Football Classic, happening in a couple of seasons' time. Certainly a little bit of a ways off, but the regional managers surely are watching these matches, even if they mean nothing on the scoreboard. As here is Scud Muffin. Scud Muffin shoots, and it's off the post, and it rolls out for a very deep throw in for Hollywood. Muffin, one of the players surely hoping to impress the international managers ahead of that tournament. As Hollywood continue to pile on the pressure, though Muffin ultimately having to pass it all the way back to Ali Dia in the back line. That pass from Kurt Lining intercepted. Buenos Aires, though, losing out to Mograine. Muffin gets around Knight. Bailey. And Brooks brought down in the penalty area. Referee pointing to the spot immediately. VAR will have. And VAR agrees the penalty has been given. It will be Ali Dia to take the penalty. An odd choice to have a center back take a penalty, but it's paid off this time. Ali Dia slots it home. Well, Jalen Brooks was able to get into the position to win that penalty, And LAD with a great penalty finish to put Hollywood up 1-0 at home in the final match day. Certainly hoping to end the season on a high note. This here is Genkal. Genkal's shot well over. Now here is Scud Muffin out wide to Brooks, but Munoz getting in there quickly to win the ball. Royer Strangin sends it clear. Hollywood now coming forward again. Martel gets it around Vandersloot. Muffin back out wide. Martel again, and that one is right at Misag Cabri. Now Brooks, pressured by Harrison, who wins the ball. Fiacra through the middle. Now losing out to Bailey. Muffin making a run into the box. Squared it. Gerd Closa tipped over by Cabri. It will be a Hollywood corner kick once again. Out to Brooks again. Dia. Well, Gerd Closa ruled offside there, which would have nullified any end product from that free kick, or that corner kick, rather. But here come Hollywood again. Pete Martel with a lot of space. Shoots from a very tight angle, and it goes wide. Well, it was a very good run there by Pete Martel, but couldn't get the finish on target from that tight of an angle. Was forced to take maybe an extra touch or two compared to what he would have liked. As a result, unable to get that shot on target. Vandersloot losing the ball to Scud Muffin, and now Hollywood can build again. Seems Martel has picked up a knock. We'll have to keep an eye on that as this match continues. In the meantime, here's Cameron Bailey III on the near wing. Genkal closing down, sends it back to Mograine. Kurt Lightning around O'Leary, shoots from range. Now, it wasn't far over, but over it was. And a heads-up challenge from Bradford. Now here's O'Leary. And O'Leary nearly capitalizing on a defensive lapse by Hollywood. They have won a corner. It will be Brooks Patron to take for Buenos Aires. The delivery floated in, and it's headed behind by the defense for another corner from the opposite side. Brooks Patron to take from the other side this time. And this time Dexter Hall holds on to it. Well, Hollywood have had the better of the match thus far, as Cormier in the muffin and back, but Vandersloot forces the turnover. Back to Martel. In the box, shoots, and Cabri deflects it behind. Closer to take. And that ricochets off of, I believe that was O'Leary. And that is the state of affairs here at halftime. Hollywood FC have dominated. 3 shots for Buenos Aires, 2 of them on target, compared to 11 and 5 for Hollywood. The scoreline remains 1-0 at the break. And it is Hollywood who gets us started here in the second half. As always, going right to left in the deep blue. Buenos Aires, orange and black, going left to right. Vandersloot winning that ball off of Cormier with little effort. Lightning tried the through ball for Closa. Instead, it ends up with Brooks. Trying again. Here's Scott Muffin. Gets past Munoz to the end line. Squares it. And Brooks heads it over. Well, with under 30 minutes to play, Hollywood continuing their dominance, but the scoreline remains 1-0 as they've been unable to put away any significant chances apart from their goal, which was, I remind you, a penalty taken by Ali Dia. In the meantime, here's a corner kick for Buenos Aires from Brooks Patron, still with a chance to level it, and level it they have via Drake Bradford. Well, Hollywood ruining their missed chances as Buenos Aires have equalized with less than 20 minutes to play. The corner delivered directly onto the right foot of Jake Bradford. What a volley that was from close range. Vandersloot with a diagonal pass to Ben Harrison into the box and wins the corner. And Buenos Aires, having been slower to generate chances this entire match, have a chance to pull ahead here. Munoz's shot in, though, blocked immediately by Dia, Hollywood's scorer. Now Hollywood on the counter, Muffin. Brought down by Munoz. And will get a yellow card for that challenge. Hollywood looking to pull back in front as time dwindles. Brooks crosses in, and Garrett Klose had a real chance to put that one away. Instead, it is a corner kick to be taken by Klose. It was whipped in, and Vandersloot, the first player, able to get to it. Brooks surges past Genkal, crosses in, and is headed behind. I believe that was either Knight or Barrera Strongine. Either way, it is another Hollywood corner. Brooks back to Muffin at the end line, and Muffin ruled offside. 10 minutes to play. Buenos Aires might have snatched a draw here. It is a free kick for Brooks, though. Still being dealt with. Genkal's header weak, and Brooks gets to it. Through ball for Brooks in a lot of space and puts it in the back of the net. Well, that is a clutch moment there from Jalen Brooks. Here is the play. Mulgrane with a well-placed through ball for Brooks, who made the run at exactly the right time and just chipped it over Cabri in goal like it was nothing. Timed the run perfectly, as you can see there. And that might be a late winner for Hollywood. Less than 5 to play. Buenos Aires here have a counter. O'Leary forward to Bradford, playing out wide. And they have only gone and done it. Neslihan Genkal with an equalizer with less than 5 to play. You see there, Bradford sent the cross. And from there, it was elementary. And so once again, Buenos Aires drawing level. It's a free kick from Harrison. Through. And Munoz had a chance to put Buenos Aires ahead with just under 4 minutes of added time to play. Instead, it's a long ball forward. And Klose ruled offside once again. Martel. Muffin. Klose turns and fires! Well, was he onside? He's been caught off a couple of times already. What does VAR say? VAR says he was onside. So many twists and turns in this match. That might have been the one that seals it. Muffin in the right place at the right time to get that pass to Closa, who banks it in off the post. Closa well onside that time, as the replay showed. And as Cabri sends it long to his opposite number, that will be it here at the pitch. Hollywood went up early through a penalty from Ali Dia, but then it was back and forth. Bradford, then Brooks, then Kenkal, and finally Gerd Closa with an added time winner. Scud Muffin is your player of the match for Hollywood today. But certainly a very exciting match all around. Credit to Buenos Aires for that performance, fighting back to equalize. And that was, as they say, one for the neutrals for sure. And so Hollywood will end their campaign on a high note with a 3-2 victory over CA Buenos Aires. Next up, two other teams who had a bit of a run at a title run here, but ultimately ending up falling short to the likes of Reykjavik and SFB, that being, of course, Tokyo SC and AC Romana. Tokyo having been within touching distance of the top spot at least once during the season, but some ill-timed heavy defeats ended up scuppering their title campaign. As for AC Romana, they started out a little slow, but ultimately caught fire toward the end of the season. Ultimately, though, not enough. And so these two will play each other for pride and again for draft placement. And here at the Nintendo, the season finale for these two teams, Tokyo SC with their customary 4-2-3-1, AC Romana playing the 4 Q playing the more withdrawn role compared to Jurgen Muller. Tokyo will most likely finish this season in 4th place unless they can overcome that -7 goal difference and move up into 3rd past Romana. It would take some doing, though, it has to be said. But for the moment, Tokyo have started us off going right to left in the pink and black. Romana, purple and gold, as is their custom. Bit of a hesitant start here from Tokyo. Now progressing to Van Gerritsen on the far flank. And Gerritsen surges past Anavier, who is, it should be noted, in his final SSL match, announced his retirement earlier this season. Romano will be looking to send him off with a win. It's a corner kick, and it's King! And King wins another corner. Nunez will deliver this one as he did the last. This one dealt with, ultimately. It's a bit of a slow start for these two teams after that corner kick. Neither team really seizing the initiative in this one just yet. Tokyo do have a free kick. Rise. And that almost found Adamu in a very threatening position, as it is Haglund sends it forward to Cheng Shan. Cheng Shan's shot from a wide angle, and it ultimately came to nothing. Now it's a corner for Romana once again. Here is Jurgen Muller. Headed up and kicked away by Sky Rise. Here's Nunez. Ibrahimovic winning the ball and passing it back to Ekholm Gunnarsson. Kaido finds Greer. Greer cutting inside, loses out to Muller, but Kaido there to pick it up. Now it's Greer's turn to pick up from the challenge from Kronkowski. Into the center for Cheng Shan. That one was closer. Well, AC Romana had the first real threatening challenge, and they've got another one here through Nunez, who can't keep the ball down. Tokyo with the greater quantity of challenges thus far, and judging by the XD, the slightly better quality. But neither team able to press home an advantage thus far. And so at the half, it is Tokyo 0, Romana 0. Both teams still hesitant to try and commit anything forward, it would seem. A couple of good chances per side, but no result on the scoreboard as yet. Romana have kicked us off, going right to left. Nunez sends it back for JQ. And Van Gerritsen able to clear. Throw in for Greer. Tried to get it to Haglund, but King was able to intercept. And now King takes it off of Adamu. But the pass inside only finds Ekholm Gunnarsson. Played out wide to Van Gerritsen. Tokyo trying to build from the wide areas. Instead, choosing the middle. Ibrahimovic. Kaido lays it off for Greer. Greer trying to get around Hoppity. And Shinji Kaido, from a very close range, puts Tokyo up here in the second half. Ibrahimovic did well to find Greer out on the far wing, facilitated by Kaido. Greer ran all the way to the end line. Kaido breaking away from the pack at exactly the right moment. Had to fit it into a very tight window past Kerrigan. Tokyo forward again. Here is Greer. Greer shot it right into a mass of bodies. It's ultimately sent away as far as Ekholm Gunnarsson. Now Van Gerritsen sending it back. Tokyo still pressing the attack here, trying to find the optimal angle. And Gerritsen gets around the edge past King. Tries to get to the end line. King happy to put that out for a corner. Skyrise will take. Floated in, and Kerrigan able to hold on. Deep throw for Romana this time. Kronkowski squared it at the end line, and Walter Pinkman finished the job. And just like that, Romana back on level terms here. Hoppity found Kronkowski, who put in a very good cross. Scarpetta just a little bit short of stopping that from getting to Pinkman. Now Tokyo find themselves level once again. Will they pull ahead once more? Instead, Pinkman has won the ball off of Scarpetta and shot it right at Fernand Rivest. Romana seemed to have come to life here late on. Muller delivers the corner. Ekholm Gunnarsson heading it clear. Hoppity trying to send it up the line, but Reeder gets to it first. Van Gerritsen, pursued by Nunez, has to send it back. Good pressing here by Romana. And ultimately winning the ball. Now here comes Anavier. Shengshan in pursuit. Anavier squares it. Scarpetta able to get it clear. Hoppity to Kronkowski with a long shot. Skimmed the top of the net. That could have been a real highlight of a goal, but does go just high. Kerrigan sends it long. Now here's Greer cutting inside. Chang Shen to Rise. Van Gerritsen making a run. With the cross. And Ibrahimovic got the header. Couldn't quite get it past the keeper, though. Ekholm Gunnarsson winning that ball off of Hoppity. Van Gerritsen. He's been called into action a lot today. Squares it. And Ibrahimovic forced a near post save out of Kerrigan. Time winding down, less than 10 to play. Both teams still knotted at 1-1. Hoppity coming forward. And the referee is given a penalty here for Romana. This would be a pivotal moment late in the match. VAR looking at it. No penalty given. Looked like Kaido's challenge was indeed clean. Now it's a free kick for Tokyo, but Lever gets to it before it poses any danger. Skyrise does get to it, though. Haglund. Greer makes a run, running forward, and forces a save out of Kerrigan. Skyrise sending in the corner just over 6 minutes to play before added time. Taking his time with it. Kaido back to Rise. Is he on side? No, he is not. Or he was, actually. I apologize. That was actually a corner. I misinterpreted the whistle. I can only apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Rise taking his time to deliver this kick. Kaido sending it back out again. Onside again this time with the cross. Adamu couldn't find Ibrahimovic. And as we go into added time, this will likely go down as a draw. Greer making a run up the far flank. Ekholm Gunnarsson. Haglund tried to find a run from Kaido that didn't come. And there is the final whistle. A draw at home for Tokyo SC in the final match of the season. Tokyo scoring first through Shinji Kaido on that low cross from Jude Greer. But then Walter Pinkman with a low cross from Bob Kronkowski equalized with just over 30 to play, and that is where the score will stay. Walter Pinkman is your player of the match for Romana. So there you have it, a 1-1 draw at the Nintendo. Now we only have one more match here in the Major League for Matchday 14 and for Season 17. And it is União Sao Paulo still looking to avoid a pointless season in the sense that they have no points, not in the sense that it had no point, if you catch my drift, against SFV, who would have been title contenders had it not been for Reykjavik United's win earlier in this broadcast. Of course, SFV, as I mentioned previously, will be facing off against Reykjavik United in the Cup final on Sunday We'll be hopeful of a better result there to prevent Reykjavik United from winning the double. Reykjavik United, of course, with a famously questionable record in cup finals of late, have been the beaten finalists in 6 of the last 7 SSL Cup finals. So SFV might fancy their chances on Sunday. In the meantime, Sao Paulo may be to them something of a tune-up for that match, or perhaps even just a way to take out some of their frustrations from this title run-in. As for Sao Paulo, a win here would be a phenomenal way to end the season. An unexpected victory at home against one of the main title contenders for season 17. The odds may be stacked against them, but they will come out thinking that they have a chance, although that free kick from Deanne clatters off the frame of the goal at roughly 1 minute into the match. Peterson wins a corner off of Nerve de Groot. That corner's headed out by Velstrazen Smith. Deanne still has it, but Deanne ruled offside. Here's Deanne with the cross. Calvin Ball jumps up to claim it. And a bit of a trial by fire for the rookie goalkeeper Calvin Ball, but has risen to the task as best as possible. SFV coming forward again. Here's Whittington. Velstrazen Smith puts the tackle in and is whistled for the penalty, according to the referee. Referee is going over to the monitor. And we will get VAR's decision here on the penalty. The penalty has been overturned. It was a fair challenge, according to VAR. Deanne over the top. Can't find a head. Does find Bull. Has to intercepted by de Groot, and now Brisky can come forward. Nearly a heart and mouth moment there, but Sao Paulo able to get it away. Now some quick passing. Velstrazen Smith. Forward. De Groot. Close range. And wins a corner off of the parried save by Saran Sutral. Brisky sends in the corner kick. And it's ultimately rebuffed. That ball intended for Velstrazen Smith instead goes in through to Whittington. Worked out to Peterson. And that shot clatters off the frame of the goal once again by Wang Ji Hao. Maximiliano. Whittington. Low cross. And Maximiliano gets the finish wrong. Velstrazen Smith dispossessed. Bull ends up with it. Bull inside. Maximiliano lost it, but does get it back. Here's Whittington. Takes the shot at the near post, but can't get it past Ball. And it will be a corner for SFB. Deanne. Rebuffed again. Does fall to Schenkinger. Dan with the free kick to Jihao. Schenkinger. Offside. Brisky with a throw deep in Sao Paulo's half. Strazen-Smith pass was intended for Justinian, but instead it's Deanne. Now Whittington. Whittington squares it. And Farah Deanne finds the breakthrough for Schwarzwälder. Well, it took perhaps a little longer than they were anticipating, but they have found the opening goal here. Whittington made the cross for Deanne, who found the perfect amount of space to put SFV up 1-0 away in Sao Paulo. Whittington trying to get the foot in on Lizard, but Lizard holding on. Deanne pokes that one free, and now SFV do come forward again. Here is Heather Bull. Through ball to Jihao. Wang Jihao! And now have the floodgates open. Bull did well to bring that ball under control. Jihao timing the run well. Gets around Eilish. And it's a tricky finish at the opposite post. When we look at the replay again, Jihao almost level with Eilish there. Onside. Finishes well. It took 25 minutes to find the opening goal. It only took one more to find the second. The end with the corner. Schenkinger and Ball holds onto it. Peterson gets past Brisky. Hakkinen back to Maximiliano. And for União Sao Paulo, when it rains, it pours. That's 3 goals in the space of 4 minutes. It's a great finish by Maximiliano there. It looked like Ball got a hand to it, but by that point it was already going into the net. Well, it's a very deep hole that Sao Paulo will have to dig themselves out of. De Groot surges past the defenders, and Tater Justinian gets one back. Is that the spark they need to get a result here? De Groot got around Maxwell expertly. Saransetral parried it right into the path of Justinian, who had gotten around Maximiliano. Sao Paulo 1, Schwarzwälder 3. Is there more to come from the Brazilian side? SFV working the ball, Whittington trying to get a foot on it, but Lizard ultimately delivering it back to the keeper. Justinian found Hibjanic. Now here's De Groot. That ball poked free. Heather Bull laying it off for Whittington now. Bull crosses. Headed in by Hakkinen, but not enough velocity on it. And Ball holds on. Whittington gets it to the end line, trying to square it for a teammate. Hakkinen shoots, wins the corner. As we near halftime, it's another throw-in for SFV. Peregrine Plink bringing it forward out of defense. Jihao now. Peterson into Hakkinen. Bull found it, but could only manage a corner there. Another quick thinking reflexes save from Calvin Ball. This corner, though, comes in, headed up into Groot, sending it clear. And that will be the end of the first half. SFV in control here, but Sao Paulo did find that goal. That might be what sparks a potentially very exciting comeback. 45 minutes left in this SSL season. Sao Paulo got us underway, but currently it's Peterson for SFV on the ball. Now Hakkinen. And that shot deflected behind. That's dealt with by Roquefort Cotswold. Some fighting for the ball. Plink does come out on top there. Maxwell. Schenkinger to Whittington. Deanne squared it. And Bull looked so close to scoring. Instead, it's Ball who holds on to it. Another move here from SFV. Here's Hakkinen in the box. And it was a very tight angle. And he didn't quite get it right. SFV trying to find an optimal route of attack here. Diagonal pass. Hakkinen does get to it. Sending it back in. And it falls to Wang Jihao, who makes no mistake. Well, that will put a bit of a damper on Sao Paulo's hopes of getting a result here. With 35 minutes to play, the assist from Peterson, putting it right on a plate for Jihao, has put SFV up 4-1. Jihao certainly onside there by a matter of feet. With about 30 to play, SFV have another corner here. Ian sends it in, loops up, and Maxwell puts it into the side netting. And there's another corner. Ultimately headed clear, and Nerve de Groot picks it up. Dan delivering the corner up into the air. Plink to Hakkinen. And that's 5 for SFV. Certainly going to be going into their cup final in the highest of form, as that shot from Hakkinen, well struck. Calvin Ball can do nothing about it. Sao Paulo 1, Schwarzwälder 5, with just over 20 left. Justinison pressured by Maximiliano. Hakkinen tried to get the challenge in at SFV, or Sao Paulo rather. Hold on to it. Lizard can get past Whittington, crosses in, and a good chance goes begging, courtesy of Maxwell. And now SFV on the break here. Deanne coming forward. A lot of space, forced a save out of Calvin Ball. Up in the air, ultimately headed clear. Looks like DeGroot has gone off with a bit of a knock here. Waiting to return to play. Meantime, ball switched to the opposite side. Velstrades and Smith sending it forward for Sao Paulo. Here's Fish. DeGroot has now resumed play. Peterson, though, intercepting the pass. Now here's Hakkinen. Hakkinen streaking forward, lays it off. And Deanne's shot saved. "10 minutes left in the season for both these teams. SFE with an emphatic victory. Currently 5-1. And Sao Paulo will end this season once again, without having recorded a single point in the standings. These are trying times, of course, for Sao Paulo fans, but they know that once they emerge on the other side, it will be all the sweeter for it. Lizard. Pass intercepted by Whittington. Whittington reaming around the defense, surging past. Jihao from range. Ball gets down to stop it. Peterson. 2 minutes of added time to be played here. Pearson squares it. It's ultimately sent clear. Though Maxwell does get back to it. Peterson again. Low cross. This time, Kimi Hakkinen finishes it off. A brace for Hakkinen, and surely game over. SFE running Sao Paulo ragged. The host can do nothing to stop their attack. And it looks like, barring another goal, the final scoreline will be Sao Paulo 1, Schwarzwälder 6, unless this free kick goes in, which it does not. And that is the final whistle here at Estadio de Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo on the losing end of another match and will record 0 points in the standings for this season. Meanwhile, Schwarzwälder would have hoped to have won the title with this result, but again, owing to Reykjavik's win earlier, it was not to be. Still, this will be excellent practice for the Cup final on Sunday. Kimi Hakkinen, with the brace, is your player of the match, also recording an assist on the day. Well, that is it for Season 17 of the Simulation Soccer League Major Division. Before we go, let's take one last look at the final standings for this very exciting season. Reykjavik, of course, your champions on 31 points. Schwarzwälder pushing them all the way to the end on 29. AC Romana in third on 26, Tokyo SC on 23, and then Hollywood managing to come back into the fold toward the end on 20 points. 19 points for Buenos Aires in sixth, Catalunya in seventh with 12 points, and União Sao Paulo bringing up the rear with no points. 100 goals conceded. Safe to say, a season they would like to very much move on from quickly. And with that, that is it for us for season 17 in the major division. Thank you so much for watching this season. We've still got the minor league finals coming up soon. And then, of course, this weekend, the SSL Cup final between Reykjavik United and Schwarzwälder Fußballverein. Till then, thank you so much for watching. This has been Metafiction. Take care.